So have at me. Track 5 is a straightaway. And to me, I think of it as a concept song. If you want to compare it to any of the other songs on the album, hype-wise, it matches Finessing. But that is not the main goal for Have At Me. It has the gang vocals, just like Out of Control. That is still not the goal of the song. Concept-wise, it is closest to Ricochet. Have At Me is a concept song, and it is a letter to my future self. The thing about fame, which I imagine many celebrities deal with, people have no business getting into yours. The constant annoyance of people getting in your personal space, the problems with people riding your coattails, tugging on your cape, the problem with people staying in your shadow, trying to get the success that you had. Maybe it's jealousy, maybe it's envy. Have At Me is a conceptual track about fame and almost resenting what you have long desired. And I say Have At Me strays away because this is an album about getting out of that depression. This is an album about rock bottom, going all the way to self-healing. And we talked about this. But Have At Me ties into Heartbeat because the recurring question, what do you do this for? Why do you rap? Why do you make music? Why do you write? Do you write just because you want to? Just because you can? Or do you write because it's an outlet? Do you write because it means something to you and it is a coping mechanism? Have At Me, right, strays away from my answer. Have At Me is the last song in this 5-track run on the album. Me personally, in my opinion, this is a 5-track run that is no skips whatsoever. Lyrically, right? It is going into detail of these occurrences, of these situations between pedestrians and bystanders, between the paparazzi, the media, and crazed fans. Have At Me is a perfect example of the times where I am ungrateful for what I have. This is a letter to future me. So when future me becomes famous, or at least well-known, will future me handle this well? Will future me be able to handle people recording your every move? It's all on the record. Will future me be able to deal with all of these journals, all of these news sites, right? Covering stories about me, taking things out of proportions, taking it out of context. Will I be able to handle that? Will I be able to handle the constant backlash for the smallest things? Will I? Have At Me is a rebellious dare. As corny as it may seem, you know how they say, if you want some, come and get some. If you want me, have at me. Boldly enough, even though lyrically I am talking about me hating this new life, me hating being famously known and having issues with paparazzi, I still think that I can handle it. Think fame is exactly what I want. And most importantly, I think money can buy happiness. At least for the time being. At least money can buy happiness long enough for my financial problems to be gone and for me to be satisfied. If I'm not satisfied forever, I'm okay with that. If I have some bad days, I'm fine with that. But Have At Me is special. Have At Me, musically, does not take disrespect. You think of Have At Me, you think of the neon lights, you think of the marquees, you think of the flashing cameras. Have At Me paints that picture. Have At Me, in ways, is an ode to fame. It is me saying I do not mind it. You know, originally, Have At Me was not a favorite off of the album. Have At Me was boring. Have At Me had substance, but did not sound like it. Even when I had submitted it to these journals, even when I had submitted it to these magazines, even when I tried to put it in competitions that I put it in Heartbeat, it did not have the same result. Have At Me got rejected by so many people, so many writers, so many editors.
It's purple because can't nobody snap like me. Go Behan, but when I drop a verse, the boot turn green.
This nigga's interrupting my episode. Hey, you gonna be on the next one?
Huh?
You gonna be on the next one?
Sure, bro.
Cause you were on a lapse and out of control, so I might put you in there.
You ate all the Diet Coke, nigga?
What?
The drunk? You drunk all the Diet Coke?
No.
Where's the Diet Coke?
That's Dad's.
Oh. Pockets purple cause can't nobody snap like me. I'm Behan, but when I drop a verse, the boot turn green. What did you do?
Gotta finish the
Locked
video.
down Sesame Street. I just had to say something in them woke with the beast. What?
I gotta finish the video.
For real?
16 minutes.
15 minutes later.
You buy that?
Huh?
Buy that?
For here? Uh-huh. It's comfy.
It looks like you better fall back and bust your head.
Yeah. Nobody cared for Have At Me until we gave it true purpose. Track 5 is no longer a sleeper. Track 5, Loud and Clear, is a contender for anybody's top 5 off of the album. Have At Me is the last song in that 5-track run, and it does not disrupt the flow of the album. It does not ruin the 5-track run. It could have, originally, until I fixed it. I fixed it. The creative decisions of thinking. For the longest time, I remember ways back when me and Gabe would sit in the studio and we liked how it sounded before. We liked the hook, the chorus. We liked the hype behind it. But did that version of Have At Me have the most possible hype it could have? Did it have the energy that it was always meant to have? Making the demo, this song was bland. That's why it was my least favorite. The way this track has evolved in the final version, I cooked up. I hated when they would try to compare me to Kendrick because I did not listen to him. I didn't listen to him like that. Each time an album would come out, I listened to it maybe once, maybe twice, never again. The most recent one I listened to twice, and I haven't since. The one before that, damn, I haven't listened to it since. But yet somehow, some way, I am a mirroring clone of this guy. Somehow, right? Well, I said, all right. Some things you just gotta accept, right? And maybe I don't, right? Maybe I'll change your mind by then. Who knows? But what I know is that in this track, I sort of embrace this comparison, this imaginary influence, and the effects that you hear on the song are going to sound eerily reminiscent. And you're going to mark out. I marked out. You're going to mark out. And it sounds cool. But you know what else is cool? People staying out of my business. People leaving me alone. People not bursting this bubble that I have surrounding me. Future me can truly handle all of the comparisons, all of the drama, all of the media. I'd like to tell my future self, you get what you wish for.